Have you ever wondered why some men prefer solitude? Why they choose to spend time alone, away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life? Why they seem content in their own company while others crave constant noise and distraction? It's not that they dislike people, but rather they find a certain peace in solitude. There is a unique power in solitude, a quiet strength that resonates from a man who understands himself. In these moments of solitude, he finds clarity and purpose. He is not afraid to face his own thoughts, to confront his weaknesses, and to build upon his strengths. This self-reflection is a powerful tool for personal growth. This is a man who has found solace in the silence, a warrior who has honed his skills in the fires of introspection. He understands that true strength comes from within. The world often misunderstands solitude, mistaking it for weakness or a lack of social prowess. But in reality, it takes great courage to stand alone. But true strength lies in the ability to stand alone, to be comfortable in your own skin, and to find peace within. It is in these quiet moments that a man truly discovers himself. This is not to say that a man who values solitude is a recluse or a hermit. He enjoys the company of others, but he also understands the importance of time spent alone. Rather, he understands the importance of balance, of carving out time for introspection and self-discovery amidst the chaos of life. This balance is essential for a fulfilling life. He knows that to truly connect with others, he must first connect with himself. In solitude, he finds the strength to face the world with confidence and grace. Solitude provides the space for a man to engage in a rendezvous with his own soul, a sacred meeting that allows him to delve deep into his inner world. It is a meeting of the minds with the most important person in his life, himself. In these quiet moments, he finds clarity and purpose. It is in these moments of quiet contemplation that he confronts his demons, acknowledges his flaws, and celebrates his victories. He learns to understand his fears and aspirations. This is not always a comfortable process, but it is an essential one for growth and self-improvement. Through this introspection, he gains wisdom and strength. Imagine a warrior honing his skills in preparation for battle. He trains with dedication and focus, knowing that each effort brings him closer to mastery. He does not shy away from the rigors of training, embracing the challenges that come his way. Nor does he avoid confronting his weaknesses. He faces them head-on, determined to turn them into strengths. He knows that to emerge victorious, he must be brutally honest with himself about his strengths and limitations. This honesty is the foundation of his growth. The man who embraces solitude approaches life with the same warrior spirit, always ready to face new challenges. He constantly seeks self-improvement through honest self-reflection, understanding that this is a lifelong journey. He understands that the journey to becoming a better man begins with understanding who he truly is. This self-awareness is the key to unlocking his full potential. Paradoxically, the man who is comfortable in solitude is often the one who forms the deepest, most genuine connections with others. This might seem counterintuitive at first, but it makes sense when you consider that he is not seeking validation or approval from the outside world. He is content with who he is, flaws and all. This authenticity is magnetic. It's a rare quality that naturally attracts others. It draws people in, fostering trust and understanding. People are drawn to those who are genuine and real. Imagine encountering a man who is comfortable in his own skin, who exudes a quiet confidence, who speaks with quiet confidence and listens with genuine interest. He is not preoccupied with impressing others. He does not feel the need to dominate the conversation or to prove his worth. Instead, he values the exchange of ideas. He is simply present, engaged, and authentic. His presence is felt and appreciated by those around him. This is the power of a man who has spent time in solitude, who has taken the time to understand himself deeply, who has forged his own identity and built a strong sense of self. This inner strength is evident in his interactions. He can connect with others on a deeper level because he is not afraid to be vulnerable, to open up and share his true self, to show his true self without pretense or artifice. This genuine approach fosters meaningful and lasting connections. Life is a tempestuous sea filled with both calm waters and raging storms. The man who relies solely on others for his happiness and stability is like a ship without a rudder, tossed about by the whims of fate. But the man who has found solace in solitude has built an inner fortress, a resilience that allows him to weather any storm. He understands that life is full of challenges, and he does not shy away from them. He has faced his own demons in the solitude of his own mind, and he knows he has the strength to overcome adversity. This resilience is not born out of arrogance or a belief that he is above needing help. Rather, it is a quiet confidence that comes from knowing himself, understanding his own strength, and trusting his ability to navigate the challenges that life throws his way. Section 5. The freedom of non-validation. The man who seeks constant validation from others is a slave to their opinions. He is trapped in a never-ending cycle of seeking approval, always looking outside himself for worthiness. But the man who is comfortable in his own skin has broken free from this cycle. He does not need the approval of others to feel whole. Imagine the freedom that comes from knowing that your worth is not determined by the opinions of others. You are free to pursue your passions, to speak your truth, and to live a life that is true to yourself, without the fear of judgment or rejection. This is the power of non-validation. It is a quiet strength that comes from within, a deep-seated belief in your own inherent worth. Section 6. The magnetism of a man at peace. There is a certain magnetism to a man who has found peace within himself. He carries himself with a quiet confidence, a sense of self-assurance that is both alluring and intriguing. He is not loud or boisterous, but his presence is undeniable. He is comfortable in his own skin, and this ease radiates outward, drawing others to him. This magnetism is not about physical appearance or social status. It is about something deeper, something more profound. It is the allure of authenticity, the attractiveness of a man who is comfortable with who he is, flaws and all. He is not afraid to be vulnerable, to show his true self to the world. And in a world that often feels superficial and contrived, this authenticity is a breath of fresh air. Section 7. Solitude, a catalyst for growth. Solitude is not merely an escape from the world, it is a crucible for growth, a forge where a man tempers his spirit and strengthens his resolve. Just as a muscle grows stronger through resistance training, so too does a man's character develop through the challenges of self-reflection and introspection. In the quiet moments of solitude, a man can shed the masks he wears for the outside world and confront his true self. He can examine his motivations, challenge his beliefs, and emerge from the experience with a deeper understanding of who he is and what he stands for. This process of self-discovery is not always easy, but it is essential for personal growth and fulfillment. Section 8. The allure of authenticity. In a world obsessed with appearances, there is a refreshing allure to authenticity, to the genuine and the unfiltered. The man who embraces solitude has often cultivated this authenticity. He is not afraid to be vulnerable, to show his true self to the world without pretense or artifice. This authenticity is not about perfection. It is about being comfortable in your own skin, flaws and all. It is about speaking your truth even when your voice shakes. It is about living a life that is true to yourself, not the life that others expect of you. And in a world that often feels superficial and contrived, this authenticity is a breath of fresh air. Section 9. The power of discernment. The man who spends time in solitude often develops a keen sense of discernment and clarity. He has learned to differentiate between the superficial and the substantial, the trivial and the meaningful, the fleeting and the enduring. He is not swayed by trends or fads, nor by the opinions of others, nor is he caught up in the pursuit of fleeting pleasures. This discernment allows him to make choices that are aligned with his values and principles, to invest his time and energy in pursuits that bring him genuine fulfillment and joy. He understands that true happiness is not found in external validation, but in living a life of purpose and meaning, deeply rooted in self-awareness. Section 10. The gift of presence. Finally, the man who has mastered the art of solitude often possesses the gift of presence. He is fully engaged in the moment, not distracted by the past or anxious about the future. He listens intently, observes carefully, and speaks with intention. This presence is a gift, both to himself and to those around him. He is able to appreciate the beauty in the ordinary, to find joy in the simple things, and to connect with others on a deeper level. He understands that life is precious and fleeting, and he's determined to savor every moment.
Enjoying meals and activities by himself without constantly seeking validation from others. The best side hustle to do in 2024